Welcome to Essential Elements. This is our overview of the FYLSE review course for California students subject to the California First Year Law Students exam. We're starting here on our dashboard page. You can see that it will track your progress as you go through the course. You can also see that it contains all of the course content, which you can expand if you'd like to see each one of the assignments. Let's take a look and see what a student would see when they click on their first assignment in the course. First, you'll notice that all of the course appears over here in the toolbar on the left. Students are encouraged to work backwards from the date of the exam, giving themselves enough time to review right before the big day. Just as this is a good way to orient the student to the course, it's a good way to orient you to the course as well. So let's go ahead and click on the links that we provide for the students so that they can see the types of assignments that they have to do. The first assignment after the calendar, of course, is an FYLSE pretest. So the student can simply click on pretest. The first thing they'll see is a brief overview of the test itself, detailing the objectives and outcomes. From there, they'll click through the lesson content, including the instructions and the actual test itself. I'm not going to show the whole question, but here's a little peek. A student will answer the question simply by typing it or cutting and pasting it into this box. I've typed in the wrong answer to this question, but it does identify a few of the issues. So let's see how much we got right. The computer automatically grades student essays by picking up on key issues and facts. Students are rewarded if they did well spotting an issue, and are reminded about issues that they didn't spot. Students can also see their score, and finally, they can see the sample answer. After the sample answer, the student gets feedback based on the score and then is encouraged to compare his answer to the sample. After being provided with guidance on comparing their answer to the sample, including guidance on issue spotting, rule statements, analysis, and organization, they go to compare their answer. Here, they'll see the question again, followed by the answer itself. Students are encouraged to rewrite any essays that don't closely match the sample. The next part of the test is, of course, the multiple choice portion. You'll notice that the essay is just one essay, 1 hour long, and it crosses subjects between torts, contracts, and criminal law. The pretest is 30 questions from the 1980 released FYLSE. The student starts the quiz, and the rest is pretty self-explanatory. Students are allowed to save their quiz just in case something happens while they're taking the exam. Once the quiz is completed, the student will get his results and notice the time he took to take it. Students can always restart the quiz, and they're encouraged to check their answers. You'll see that the correct answers are highlighted in green. Notice that explanations are always given for incorrect and correct answers. So let's go back to that calendar and look at what students see after that pretest. They'll be able to plan to take their quizzes and essay questions. Again, the quizzes are pretty self-explanatory. Notice that these are topical quizzes, organized by what's being tested. This one happens to be on offer. When they finish the quiz, the computer will grade it for them, and they can always see the questions again. This time, they'll see the correct answer, they'll see the rule that's being tested, they'll see an explanation why the correct answer is correct and why the incorrect answer is incorrect. Students are encouraged to carefully review each explanation and to retake the quiz if they get below an 80%. For essay practice, the students get several essays on multiple topics. Here's the first essay. Students then have access to a sample. They can review the question again and then compare their answer to their own. This time, we have keys that give them specific advice on how they can improve the next time. If the keys don't work, no worries. They're also put in footnotes. Students can move along in the course by clicking Next Topic or by navigating in the left-hand toolbar. Finally, there's a mock FYLSE at the end of the course, but we'll show that to you in a minute. Now that we've oriented ourselves and have a good idea of what's included in the pretest and the essays and the quizzes, let's look at some of the other materials available. We're back on the dashboard page here, and we're going to look at some contracts rule statements. All of these come in the form of flashcards. The student can see that they're going to be tested on contracts formation. They can see that they have 35 cards that they need to learn. They just click through. The terms on the front and the definitions on the back. You'll see that there's flashcards for every topic. They'll also get some puzzle pieces and videos before they get to their essay testing and their multiple choice testing. Let's go ahead and look at the puzzle pieces. These lessons are designed to go through flowcharts to give them the big picture and help them see how all of the issues fit together. Again, you'll notice that we have puzzle lessons for each of the main topics. Some students aren't really good at figuring out flowcharts, so they need to have somebody walk them through it. Therefore, we have a professor walking you through the flowcharts and explaining everything that they need to know. We'll talk about how the issues are tested, and we'll also point out common mistakes as we go. One cool thing about this course is that it ties in nicely with all of our substantive review courses. So if they happen to have trouble, let's say with contracts formation, they can always go back to their contract substantive review course and review some of the summaries in detail. Before they start practicing on their essays, they can learn how to use organizational templates and issue checklists. We'll teach them about IRAC just in case they don't know. And then most importantly to them is probably this contracts issue checklist. It provides a complete checklist of all of the possible issues that could be raised in the order in which they could be raised. And before they begin their multiple choice testing, they'll get a lesson on strategy and learn how to take a structured approach to help them answer multiple choice questions. Finally, at the end of the course, the students will take a mock FYLSE. It's designed to simulate the actual timed conditions and the content of the FYLSE. In the past, the FYLSE has contained 4 essay questions for 4 hours and then 100 multiple choice questions that take 3 hours. So we ask the students to make sure that they have a full day to devote to this exam. Now, I'm not going to show it to you now, but I will tell you that the first part is the essays and the second part is the multiple choice. So that's about it. To sum up, lots and lots of practice and lots of resources to go help if they're not understanding what they're practicing. We have at least 200 multiple choice questions in each subject devoted for review, along with 8 to 10 practice essays in each subject. Thank you for letting me share this course with you.